I need my cheat sheet here. He graduated from Mission View High School. During his senior year, he was the Secretary General for Model United Nations. He was also the ASB Secretary for Mission View High School. He also engaged himself in some volunteering services and served the city of RSM as Secretary, RSM Keystone. On his cultural and extracurricular activities, he passed advanced level, 10th level piano certificate of merit. Big round of applause.
Namaste and good afternoon. I'm Jay Menon, Mithun's dad. On behalf of Rekha, Mithun's mom, Pranav, and Mithun's brother, Mithun and myself, I would like to welcome you all for this graduation party. Thank you for coming. It means a lot, especially for Mithun.
Anyway, this is my advice to you, Mithun. To be true to yourself, okay? And then everything will be fine. There is no need to be a second version of someone else, okay? So education is a hard working and it doesn't stop here at all. Even if you after graduate, the education will continue. And it is a moral responsibility of everybody. That's what I believe. I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I fear myself. I'm off the deep end, what did I dive in? I'll never meet the ground. Crashing through sandbags where they can hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow, in the shallow.
against undergraduate classes. You know, over the last 15 years, I don't think there's anybody in this world who's closer to you than me. And you know, that goes back to, you know, when we were younger, jumping on the bed when we shared a room together. When we were, you know, when we stay home alone, we constantly take turns looking out the window to see if my mom's car would turn. So we turn off the video games and pretend like we were doing homework. Those memories will never end, you know. We fought in a lot. We've had a lot of verbal arguments, and those turned to physical arguments. You know, we fought a lot of stupid things, you know, like who gets what flavored chips, who gets to play the video game first. But, you know, and I know, even if you look on your back, you may still see some of the scratch marks from 10, 11 years ago. And I'm sorry about that, but, you know, but then, you know, I know we fought a lot, but, you know, I realized as we started getting older and older, you know, if we're gonna succeed with the way Amma and Daddy were, you know, how controlling they were, we had to work together, not, you know, work against each other. So, you know, that meant, you know, we take turns looking out the window. If, you know, Amma would often ask me to make sure you practice piano. Yeah, Amma, he never once practiced. I just didn't want you to get mad at him. And, you know, they're also, you know, I don't even need to read off a script anymore. This is all natural. You know, when we were younger, Amma used to when we practiced piano, she'd always have Mithun call her and play piano on the phone. You know, at this point, you know, there's nothing we can do. We're graduating now. Yeah, that never once was us playing. We literally go YouTube, piano, and just put it by the speaker. Yeah, we were a lot smarter than you think, Amma. Like, we had you fooled. And, you know, at this point, what are you going to do, kick him out? He's going to the other side of the country. But, you know, I mean, I'm so proud of you. You know, I know we've had our differences in the past, and, you know, we fought over the dumbest things, but, you know, over the last couple of years, you know, I thought we were really, really different people, but, you know, I thought about it over the past couple of years, you know, I played piano, then right after that he started playing piano. I started swimming right after he started swimming. You know, I played water polo in college. Right after that, he started playing water polo. You know, I did MUN, he did MUN. Like, you know, like I was dancing, and thank God, you know, Pichu left to Texas, because then Mithun and Susmita, I have to quit dancing for good because of that. But you know, I realized how similar me and my brother are, and you know, besides, you know, my good looks and my, you know, my you know, I've had so many great memories with them. The one thing I don't look forward to is, especially this when we go to India, every single person asks, which one of you is older? And, you know, I lost the hype battle like 6 years ago. You know, he ate a lot more food than I did, he drank a lot more milk than I did, but, you know, he still can't grow proper beard to this day, so I still have that over him. You know, I can't express how proud. You know, you'll always have me for advice, you know, whenever you need anything when it comes to college. You know, I've been through the whole rodeo, you know, and, you know, Indiana's gonna be really cold. You're gonna miss the weather a lot, you know. I miss the weather, and I'm in Texas, and it's not even that much different, but, you know, you know, it's gonna be kind of crazy when
But more importantly, your dad mentioned it, enjoy it. Take time to enjoy life for a little bit. You're going to be busy for 4 or 5 years, no doubt about it, but take time to enjoy life for a little bit. Go out there, figure out what else is there besides school. Okay? And there's one more piece of advice I'd like to give you before, and I give this to both my sons. Remember where you came from. Remember our culture, and remember what your parents did for you. Do not forget that. Especially, do not forget where you came from and who you are. And don't lose that. Congratulations. We will see you more and more. Talk to you soon.
जो भी चाहूं वो मैं पाऊं जिंदगी में जीत जाऊं अरे तोड़ लाऊं सारी दुनिया ख्वाब है, बस इतना सा ख्वाब है। मैं कहाँ खराब हूँ, मैं जरा जवाब हूँ, मैं ये मनवाना चाहता हूँ। मान जा है खुदा, इतनी सी है दुआ, मैं बन जाऊँ सबसे बड़ा, मैं बन जाऊँ सबसे बड़ा। मेरे पीछे मेरे आगे हाथ जोड़े दुनिया भागे, बस इतना सा ख्वाब है, बस इतना सा ख्वाब है।
we don't know. We think we met each other in Spanish or something, just like with a little bubble thing that we needed for Spanish. But we've decided that it doesn't matter because our actual friendship began in physics. And ever since, my life hasn't been the same. Mithun has made such a giant impact in my life, whether that be through relationship advice or math help. Mithun has always been there for me whenever I needed him. Even when I don't think I need him, I do.
हो गई फिर क्या हुआ ये ना पूछो कुछ सी बात हो गई एक अजनबी हसीना से यूं मुलाकात हो गई
Uncle couldn't be here, but they've literally been here since I was born. I consider them like my second parents. I still remember when I was a little kid, maybe around 6 years old, I was huge into WWE. You know, I used to think I was John Cena, and I tried fighting Sinal Uncle, and he destroyed me, and I started crying. He took me outside, and we had a super long conversation. He talked to me about how important I was to him, how he told me the story of how I was there, or how he was there when I was born, how I was almost born in a car. They've literally just been like my second parents. They've always been. When Amma and Daddy went to Texas, I stayed with them, and they had no problems. So a huge thank you to them. Another thank you to Vinayak. I know he's in Texas, but if anybody knew me when I was younger, they knew how I was basically in Vinayak's shadow. I was behind him everywhere he went. Everything that I do today, I have to thank Vinayak for. The way I eat, the music I listen to, the way I talk, basically all my interests, the fact that I don't waste food, the rap music that I listen to almost every day, it's all because of Vinayak. Vinayak's literally been my inspiration. He was my role model. Obviously behind Manu and my parents, but he was basically who I looked up to when I was younger. Another person is Ramdas Uncle. I don't know if he's here right now. Ramdas Uncle, I want to thank you so much. You've also been there since I was very young. I can still remember you coming over every weekend, cooking the best salmon I've ever tasted in my life. I'll never forget coming over to your house in India. Even more amazing food there. You've just been there ever since we were young. I can vividly remember, you know, you scaring all of us kids, you know, with your little monster game or whatever. It's just insane to me how everybody has made such a huge impact. Even the events that I don't remember when I was a young kid. Like, I remember going to him and Dean Bala Uncle's house so many times. I remember going to Pri Andy's house a bunch of times. There's so many kids that couldn't be here because now they've grown up, but there's so many kids that made an impact on me. Vinayak, Vishak, Gayatri Chechi, Pallavi Chechi, Manu, obviously, Shiv, Maya Chechi, Priya Chechi, Kartika Chechi, so many people, and I feel like behind Susmita, I'm like the last person, and like it's like the end of an era in a way. I mean, I'm just that good, so. And the last but not least, I want to thank my parents. Let me start with Manu. Manu, as Manu was saying, yeah, we've had our ups and downs. There are scratch marks on my back because of him. But I can't thank him enough for everything he's done for me. even just the past 2 years. He's giving me so much good advice. I've texted him about Amma. He's telling me how to deal with her. But ever since I was young, it's kind of felt like it's me and him against the world. The way we cheated on my system, the way we stuck with each other. Even though I did almost cheat piano almost every single day. Manu was there to help me whenever I needed help, trying to figure out how to play a piece. Because Manu's much better than I. Check out his YouTube channel, by the way. But yeah, Manu has just had such a huge impact on me. I can hit him up anytime.
Thank